Well, hey there. Y'all better buckle up because this courtroom drama is about to get messier than a group text from ex trooper Michael Proctor. Yeah, I said what I said. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, well, sweet cheeks, you've come to the right place. Because welcome to Sustained and Unfiltered, y'all. I'm Riley, your viral juror, courtroom commentator, and chaos translator, bringing you the drama, the receipts, and the raised eyebrows you didn't even know you had. Y'all, the day is finally here. Karen Reed's second trial is kicking off, and I am unwell emotionally, physically, legally. This case has had me in a chokehold since the first trial, which ended in a mistrial. I've been watching pre-trial hearings like they're episodes of Scandal. I've read every motion like they're my personal bedtime story. And yes, I do have a wall full of evidence at home that looks like, well, it looks like a beautiful mind had a conspiracy baby with Pinterest. So sue me. Actually, don't. I'm emotionally fragile and I'm financially broke. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it. Let's rewind the gavel for a minute. After the first trial ended in a dramatic mistrial cliffhanger, Aaron's attorneys spilled some serious courtroom tea. Apparently, the jury had actually agreed to acquit Karen on the two biggest charges, second-degree murder and leaving the scene. Oh, yeah, they were only hung on manslaughter. But here's the kicker: the jury foreman, an ex cop personally selected by none other than Judge Bev Canoni herself. Yeah, suspicious much. He wouldn't send a jury question to the judge asking if they could vote on some but not all charges. So, in the end, they went back and told the judge on three separate occasions that they were unable to come to an agreement. Therefore, a mistrial was declared. Good Lord have mercy. Unbelievable, right? That would have never happened on my watch. I'm just speaking truth. Aaron's team tried it. They argued double jeopardy like they were on Law and Order Constitution Unit. But both state and the federal judges said, nope. So here we are. New trial, same hot mess. Am I right? If you're brand new to the Karen Reed case, first of all, how is that even possible? Sweetie, you better buckle up, Buttercup, 'cause it's gonna be a wild and bumpy ride. Let me catch you up faster than Trooper Paul stepped in it while being cross-examined by Action Jackson during the first trial as, get this, an expert witness. That's not even a joke. But you would have thought we were all being punked when it happened. If there's one thing to go look back on if you didn't watch the first trial, go take a gander over at Trooper Paul's cross examination and have a good laugh. Poor guy, I even started feeling sorry for him. Not that sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So here's the prosecution story. Karen had her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, with her SUV during a snowstorm after a night out drinking. They're arguing that she hit him either on purpose or she didn't even know she hit him. I mean, good golly, Miss Molly, they're just throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. Did she do it on purpose? Did she not do it on purpose? Did she even do it at all? Was she drunk? These are all questions that the Commonwealth wants you to think happened. They expect the jury to believe Karen suddenly became so enraged during their 10-minute car ride from the bar to the house that she not only hit him with her brand new car, I mean, why would she do that? But just left him there like Brian Higgins' cell phone dumped at a military base. Now, here's the defense's story. Plot twist: Karen is being framed. Pin it on the girl. They say O'Keefe was beaten inside the house of another cop, bad attitude Brian Albert, who has been known to sucker punch a few fella cops in his day. Then his body was dumped outside like it was trash day. Oh, and for no reason, the Alberts tore up their basement flooring down through the concrete. They sold that house soon after and took a big loss, by the way, and rehomed German Shepherd Chloe, never to be seen again. It's not just a trial, people. It's true crime meets a corrupt frat house. And let me tell you, the evidence is messier than a group chat full of exes. Oh, Karen's legal team. Absolute unpaid badasses. Alan Jackson, former prosecutor, now Hollywood level defense powerhouse. Attorney Little works with Alan Jackson in LA and has been part of this team since the beginning, alongside Jackson and Yannetti. She is a powerhouse in her own right. Judge Bev seems to appreciate and respect her more than any other defense attorney. Well, that might not be saying much. And then we got David Yannetti, a courtroom shark who knows the Massachusetts system like it's his ex. And then Robert Alessi has joined the team. Literal, legal genius and global bigwig. The man could cross examine gravity. Oh, and last but certainly not least, we've got latecomer Victoria George. Oh, no big deal. She's just a former alternate juror from Karen's first trial. Hello, who was so disturbed by what she saw that she was compelled to join the defense team. Yeah, if that's not a stacked deck and playing for keeps, I don't know what is. Well, look out, Brennan. They may just eat you up like a little Debbie snack. And did I mention that Karen's dream team is working pro bono? That means for free. Yeah. Karen was left with a $5 million legal debt from the first trial and is now living with her parents because she had to sell her home. And of course, she lost her job. Her team believes in her innocence so much that this squad basically said, "Girl, I got you." The prosecution? Well, bless their little old pea picking hearts, they fired their original investigator, State Trooper Michael Proctor, after it came out that he was group texting like a 13-year-old mean girl. He literally called Karen a whack job and so many worse things that I can't even say on this channel. And he said them all in a group chat text with some of his cop buddy friends and even his boss, who was on vacation, so he couldn't reprimand him. And he even told them that he hadn't found any nudes yet, but he'd let them know. Uh, yeah, he's a real charmer, that one. Certainly no Southern charm gentleman, that's for sure. The fact that Judge Bev had no sympathy for this piece of cow manure spoke volumes. You had to love the humiliation he must, or at least should have had, when he had to read those disgusting group text messages out loud during the first trial. And I can't wait for the second trial. Hear 'em all again. I mean, can you imagine your group chat going to court? I would die. Now, DA Morrissey figured they didn't waste enough of Canton's money crying Karen in the first trial. So this genius DA is now paying for special prosecutor, normally defense attorney, Hank Brennan, $250,000 to try the second trial. Although I believe he said he was just paying him $75,000. Somehow that math just ain't mathing. Now, what I need to know is, how is Morrissey even still in office? Please tell me that. People, when does he get voted out? Not soon enough. I'm getting beside myself. Here's where it gets real spicy. Prosecution says Karen hit O'Keefe with her car, but the receipts, well, they just don't exist. Point blank, period. No blood on the car, no matching tissue, no tire marks, no timeline that actually works, nothing that screams murdered by SUV. No, nothing. Meanwhile, the defense brought in expert crash analyst, aka crash daddies, who basically said, yeah, no. These injuries are not giving hit by car. They're giving he was attacked. But of course, Judge Beth, she wasn't having it. They aren't qualified to say that. Mm-hmm. Don't get me started. That's for another day. Even the feds got involved at one point. I said the feds. Yes, the actual U.S. Attorney's Office was like, we should look into what the hell is happening in Canton, Massachusetts. That investigation is supposedly closed now, if you actually want to believe the Commonwealth, but I am not so sure. And nobody said it wouldn't be reopened. Read the fine print, people. Can we talk about the three prosecution witnesses who are walking contradictions? Do I need to call them out? Let's do. Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert, Colin Albert. There's more of them, trust me. And don't get me started on Brian Higgins. Ugh. Just ugh. Anyway, Jen, Brian, and Colin all took the stand. Got fact checked by phone records and text messages, and basically collapsed like a bad wig in a hurricane. Alan Jackson shredded them like mozzarella at Olive Garden. I could use some Olive Garden right now. I do love those breadsticks. And if y'all haven't tried dipping it in Alfredo sauce, you don't know what you're missing. You could sop that up with a biscuit or the breadsticks. Endless salad. The Free Karen Reed movement still going strong. Even if Judge Bev forced them to protest from 200 yards away like they're contagious or something. The Pink Army is loud, organized, global, and still very, very pink. They show up every single day. People from Ireland, Australia, across the whole U.S., all rallied behind one very flawed trial and one very botched investigation. People recognize injustice when they see it, and honey child, this case is overflowing with it. From shady evidence collection to connections between the cops and the witnesses to deleted texts and conveniently missing phone logs. It's like a criminal justice version of Clue, Massachusetts edition. Honestly, I think an acquittal is way more likely this time. The defense has leveled up. They know what worked, what didn't work, and how to finesse this mess with new firepower. The prosecution, on the other hand, bless their little hearts, they're basically admitted weakness by swapping out their whole team and strategy, like it's Survivor Norfolk County. And don't forget, Karen's lawyers say this first jury already wanted to acquit her of murder and leaving the scene. They were only split on manslaughter. That's not reasonable doubt. That's a mountain of doubt with a neon free Karen flag planted at the top. So if you're ready for sass, substance, and some courtroom chaos with a southern twist, you're in the right place. Thank you so much for watching Sustained and Unfiltered, y'all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, and let's be real, how could you not? Go ahead and please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with one friend who thinks Dateline is a personality type. I'll be back late Tuesday evening with the first day trial recap, and you already know it's gonna be juicy. Until then, keep questioning everything. Demand your receipts and never, ever trust a courtroom without a little side of sass. Bye bye for now.